Mark, we've seen these incredible moments out of places like Portland. You and other federal officers are trying to protect federal facilities. List for us some of the challenges that you're facing in places like that.
Well, I tell you, first of all, Governor, it's just the incredible false narratives that are out there. The misinformation, and quite frankly, look, I've been doing this for a long time, and I hate to say this, but it's just the truth. The lies that are being told, and by our political leaders. I really believe that they're putting politics above public safety. They're out there, they're vilifying the federal law enforcement officers are out there. They're lying about why they're there and what they're doing, and that's extremely frustrating, Governor.
You know, this week, the mayor of Portland finally decided that maybe these weren't so peaceful a protester after all, because they were trying to burn down a police station, blocking the exits while police officers were inside. Mark, that's attempted murder of law enforcement officers. What is going on?
It is, and the irony to that is the mayor. I've been half joking that well, the one good thing is he's been watching in my Twitter account, because what he's been saying about what's happening at the local police department precinct, you know, I've been saying that for weeks, that these same criminals, these same thugs and anarchists have been doing it at the federal facility, trying to burn down the courthouse, the seat of American justice. Why federal law enforcement officers were inside? The mayor said nothing there. The mayor actually blamed the federal law enforcement then. But now that the tide has shifted and the criminals is focused on his local police department, now he's shifting. It's really incredulous. But I believe the American people are seeing right through that.
There's a side of the Customs and Border Protection Agency that a lot of Americans never hear about. Media will never tell them. It's not just that you guys arrest people, but you guys help people on that border. You help sometimes people, kids and others who are medically distressed. I want you to talk about that role that the Customs and Border Protection Agency do, because there's a real human side to what you guys are out there doing.
Governor, I tell you what, thank you. I mean this with all the sincerity. Thank you for asking that question, because you're right. That story doesn't get told enough. Right now, this year, the fiscal year 20, we've rescued almost 4,000 individuals. 4,000. We have agents and officers risking their lives every single day. When they see somebody in distress, they don't ask them, are you trying to illegally enter? They don't ask them where they're from. They see a human being in distress, and they're risking their lives every single day to help that human being. And I could list countless stories. I'll give you one just a couple of days ago, a tractor trailer full of like over 30 illegal aliens that were in that tractor trailer. Inside, locked in, it's over 100 degrees inside there. No food, no water, no medical attention. And you have Border Patrol agents that are there rescuing them and saving lives every single day.
I was on the border a few years ago and spent a day with some of the agents of the agency. I was so impressed with their professionalism, with their sense of patriotism, their sense of duty and honor. And they had an impossible job, but they weren't complaining about it. They were proud to be serving the United States of America. And I know you're proud of those agents that you have, not just there, but across the country, whether it's in airports and ports of entry. But just talk about the scope of the work that your agents do. Everybody understands they're at the southern border, but that's not the only place where Customs and Border Protection work.
I often get asked, you know, what's the toughest part of your job? And I say it's the absolute, the depth, the breadth, and magnitude and scope of what we do every single day. You're right. We're at the seaports. We're at the land ports. We're at the in between the ports. You know, thousands of miles of border we're protecting. We're at every single airport, making sure that people coming in are not trying to do harm to this country. We're looking at counterfeit materials. We're on the front lines of counterterrorism. We are absolutely on the front lines of facilitating travel, which really is about our economic prosperity. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And you're right. I'm absolutely proud of every man and woman in this organization. It's tremendous the work they do to protect this country and facilitate economic growth every single day.
And Mark, your folks have been stretched a little bit, because I know that many of them have been called in to help supplement the other agencies protecting federal facilities, like we talked about earlier in Portland, Seattle. I mean, some of these agents are getting physically injured. Their lives are at risk because of the so-called peaceful protesters.
We've been strong and steady from the beginning. Peaceful protesters, their God-given constitutional right to peaceful protest, we are 100% behind that. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the criminals, the thugs, and anarchists that have hijacked the protest and their message every single night in Portland, for example. We've had over 250 separate incidents of injuries of federal agents and officers up there, some of them very seriously. There's a couple right now that the physicians, they're not sure that they're going to actually regain full eyesight from these criminals assaulting them. It's horrendous. And you know what? It's not just about what we're doing in Portland. Right now in hurricane season, that's another mission that CBP has, to go to these areas that have been hit hard by hurricanes and help humanitarian aspects as that as well. We're all over the place.
Mark, thank you for what you do. We're so happy to have you here, and I hope you can convey to your agents that the overwhelming majority of American citizens appreciate what you and your law enforcement agency does for the rest of us. Thanks for joining us.